Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chapter 6, Blood of Pride, here with Will,
Hi.
a person who doesn't have much pride.
Nope.
He's more humble. I'm a very prideful person. But let's get into it. Hey, that's that place they mentioned, Arifin.
A map montage.
At long last, yes. Only 6 chapters in. Many bandits later. Honestly, it's always funny, but it's like almost a Fire Emblem tradition. You're almost always dealing with a good amount of bandits at the start. Listia is a federation of territories. Yes, it's not a unified under one king. They're all different.
Right. Don't worry, there will be one king,
Okay.
though, as soon as Arthur pulls the sword out of the stone.
Wait. No, that translation takes her leave of one of these territories, Arifin. She's entering it. She's not leaving it.
But Arifin's right underneath the dot.
Yeah, but you're in the area. Takes her leave of one of these territories, Arifin, and sets out to meet her grandfather, the Marquis of Caelin. The whole way it looks is like we completely skipped the chapter, which takes place in Arifin.
Hey, anyone watching this, in the comments, tell us which pronunciation is correct. Marquess, Marquis, whatever.
I like Marquis, but Marquess sounds fine as well. But because Marquis is normally spelled with like after the Q, it's a U-I-S. Is how I see it spelled in a lot of French things. It might just be a different spelling for the same word. One is a more French spelling, one is a different thing, like a more, British or...
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a duke or a baron type of title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, the Marquis's brother, Lundgren, in the lair of evil, hungers to rule Caelin.
Wait,
Preparing
what?
a deadly welcome for Lyn, and the dude looks like he's cheering.
Rah, rah, fight the power.
Stands to threaten his grasp for power. Ah.
Big shield armor guys next.
Yes, armor knights. What city is this? This is Arifin. Thought you just said we were taking our leave. No. Like I said, probably a mistranslation. After Ostia, hey, that was that place Sarah and was supposed to be going.
Oh no, after Ostia, it's the second biggest city. That's what he's saying.
Not the most important territories, but it's the second biggest city after Ostia. Ostia was where Sarah was supposed to be going.
Mm-hmm.
Second biggest, does seem awfully busy.
Awfully busy. I'm looking in the background there, and there's no one there.
Well, when in the beginning screen there was a bunch of NPCs around. And then apparently Kent's going to the castle. That's why Thane is explaining this to you instead of Kent. See? People. And something. Let us proceed to the castle. They've prepared supplies for us. Ooh, supplies.
Good job,
agreed
Kent.
to aid you.
That's why we sent you and not
Sane.
Because knowing Sane, who knows? He might have pulled the Gamer's Darkness Rising.
Who knows what would have happened, but apparently he's going to help us. Finn and Caelin have enjoyed a sturdy friendship for many years. So I informed the Marquis of our plight. He agreed to lend us his strength.
Yay! Smooth road, right. Like that's been happening the whole time.
That feels like the cursed thing. Oh, it should be easy from here on out. And Kent saying here's Kent saying, we need to pick up more people as well. I wonder what's going to happen. Things are going to go wrong, but we're going to get more people. Everyone always doubts him, but he's doing really well.
I'd like to note something.
Oh, this is terrible. The castle is burning.
Here, I'd like to just
interject something. I don't know why I
chose that voice. I don't know
Go
either.
ahead.
So, look at our allies, okay? They're blue. And then you look at the townspeople, and they're green. It's kind of to signify that blue is our team and green is anyone else. I noticed that with the previous level, that the new people...
green units. Cue
Yes.
other Fire Emblem YouTube meme of how green units are sometimes horrible.
Well, the thing is, look at our character.
Yeah, he's green.
I guess he's not part of the... I guess we're not actually part of the team.
Well, we're just a non-combatant. That, and we have maybe we have a fancy green coat, because we also have, like, non-green hair. What did you say? What's happening?
The bricks are burning!
Hey! What are those men doing? Run away! What's that dude in the corner?
Yeah, it looks like
Look,
a thief.
mercenaries!
Oh,
hey.
Good. Finally, someone who doesn't have teeth of weirdness.
Quote me if I'm wrong. I feel like this is one of the first reused portraits who couldn't conceivably be the same guy.
I might do a comparison here.
Wait, no, that isn't till later. I thought this guy had the same portrait as Glass for a second, but he doesn't. But yeah, you will eventually, like, the like rabbit tooth bandit. It shows him a few times, but he's always like the toady to one of the Ganelon bandit dudes. So it could conceivably just be the same guy. Oh, person. Horse shakes his head, and that's apparently a critical. His name is Wrath. He has a short bow. Cute cutscene.
Oh. Assassin.
Man got shot.
What?
Man got shot with a bow.
Who
Rider,
are...
silence. Person.
Okay, it was Ken. Are you alright? I'm fine. This man saved me. May I ask your name?
Silence.
Wait, why did you help me? I thought a Sacaean plainswoman was being attacked. I was mistaken. No, you were right. I am from Sacae.
Just immediately assumes. He just assumed her race. Daughter of the Lorca chieftain.
The Lorca?
The Lorca?
There were survivors?
Survive?
Yes. You should leave at once. A blaze has started in the castle and it's spreading. Don't be foolish and waste the life I just saved. You're from the castle? What's happening? How severe is the fire? Is the Marquis safe? The castle is under attack and the Marquis has been accosted. The man who attacked you was probably one of the marauders. As captain of the castle guard, it's my duty to rescue the Marquis. I see. Alright then, we'll help you. Lady? Why?
Why?
These brigands are after me. If they're attacking the castle, it's because of me. So I must help if I can.
No, it's not.
You are obviously a threat to our kingdom and we should murder you on sight.
Well, there's... Besides that, it's just like... They're attacking you. They didn't have to attack the castle to attack you. That's not your fault. That's them being idiots.
Yeah.
Wrath of the Kutola.
Kent seems very upset about this.
He always seems upset.
I don't know. He might feel like he has competition now.
In
Saying
what?
it was never competition.
Oh. I mean, not gonna lie, yes, Kent and Wrath are two of the people who can have a paired ending with Lynn.
Oh my god.
Not going to lie. Sane is not one of them. It's not really something that'll come up there. I think you've seen it when you were looking through the extras. Support conversations. Their support points are things that can build between units on a map, and they can have when it reaches certain ranks, they can have support conversations. Oh yeah, and this is a guy.
Mm-hmm.
When they have these conversations, so long as they're within a certain range of each other, their affinity, which each person has an elemental affinity, gets a bit of a boost. to the other stats. Like, what basically supports between two people, those two people get combat bonuses for fighting near each other. You know, they're fighting close to a close friend or ally. And then if they reach A rank, which is the max rank in this, and a person can only have 5 supports, so generally like an A and then a B, or an A and 2 C ranks, you gotta apparently trigger some switches.
Mm-hmm. I've been reading that.
Somehow that saves everyone. Somehow.
Doors to the barracks are locked. Enemies within. If we don't get inside and finish them, we're stuck. So opening those doors is our first objective.
So we need something to open the doors.
A thief with lockpicks?
And that dude did duck into that house that is conveniently within Lynn's range.
Visit. There's the music. Did I talk to you? Who are you? I'm Matthew.
I'm Matthew.
Specialist in acquisitions of all kinds.
Acquisitions?
Things just start appearing in his bags and pockets.
It's just almost as bad as like thieves always are like, oh, I'm in acquisitions. I'm in you know this. Mercenaries are always like, you know, oh, corporate takeovers. Assassins can say they're in the retirement business. So ashamed.
Okay, you're hired.
She does need those.
Just lie yourself without me. You're watching Belle from...
There's probably a second floor. Yeah, that looks a lot more fun than the dead guy. Pretty simple. He's so odd.
It's
time to get to work.
Okay.
And we have our 2 new people for now. A thief, who use swords and have lockpicks, and are very quick. They are very quick, but frail, and can, occasionally, steal items. Though there's a trick to it. Like, go over some of those soldiers.
So...
Like, go over that guy. Okay, he doesn't have anything. Dang. Like, if he had a key or a vulnerary, thieves in this game cannot steal weapons. There have been ones that could. But thieves cannot steal weapons. However, they can steal other miscellaneous items. Like, if he had, like, a vulnerary, he could steal the vulnerary for a bit of XP, so long as his speed is faster than the enemy.
Wait a moment, I just realized something. This is our first bandit with a spear.
Oh yes, the soldier class that is currently enemy only. Very few games have had the soldier class be something players can use. It's a door. Oh hey, it's a switch. What if we have Wrath? Go hit the switch. It's almost like that's what the tutorial would have you do.
Wondering where
yes,
he was.
And he is a nomad. If you want to look at his class after you have him wait on the switch. Yes, nomad. It means he is a dude on a horse with a bow. And he's a lot higher level than the rest of our guys.
Probably because he's not going to stick with the group?
We'll see. But yeah, he has a short bow, which has a bit of increased critical. Wait. Open the thing. Oh, look. There's a chest that's going to be able to be opened, and I think that soldier might drop something.
Ooh, let's check. Yes, a door key.
Yes, Matt could steal the door key. And yes, as a brief aside, like the dull houses are essentially just houses, whereas the red roofs are things you can visit to get sometimes characters, items, stuff like that. But a brief aside, I'm finally going to finish an anecdote. Let's look at Sane's stats real quick. So he's level 6 with 10 speed. Sane starts at level 1 with 6 speed. Has a 40% growth. So on average, he should have 8 speed by now. He has 10. He is 2 points of speed above his average. Sane has gotten good level ups in speed. So that's 4 points.
Insane.
Over 5 levels, he's gained 4 points. Whereas over those 5 levels, he's only expected to gain about 2.
And meanwhile, Kent's kind of lagging behind a bit.
A little bit. He has a bit more resistance, but a higher skill. They could both turn out to be very good units in the long run.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm thinking we don't need a healer at the moment, so let's have her visit.
Yeah. We can't do business with all the fighting in town. You're mercenaries, right? Can't you do something?
Yep, the mercenary name's
You can't
stuck.
get the barracks. Can't get the barracks open, but a thief with a set of picks could open any door you need.
I have something
Hold on,
here
I
to
have
help
something here to help you.
you. Here it is.
Here it is. This is it. 1 door key. They can only be used once, but anyone can use them. Here, no charge. Now go get those thugs, will you?
Nice. So we actually don't even need the door key the one guy has now.
Well,
Or do we?
it can be used on the door behind him. That's the thing with door keys, is lockpicks can be used on doors and chests. Doors and chest keys can only be used on those.
Right, sword, so I need to use the lance.
And he doesn't double because the lance has a higher weight than the sword.
Mm-hmm.
But that does weaken him so that, like, Urk or Florina could pick up the kill on the dude.
Right.
Same probably if Sane attacks that guy with a lance. And thus the process is shown. You can have strong units weaken enemies for weaker units. And thus the growths are passed.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait for the critical. With magic.
It's, as a mage, it's not overly fancy, but, 1 second, I might sneeze, so. We haven't talked over much about it, but eventually they'll talk about promotions. There's a lot fancier stuff for, the mage's promotion class when it comes to attacks and stuff. Mages get super fancy, and then you got will to will to will to will to will into doing a bow. I don't know why I said will so many
I just
times.
wanna bring attention to how he uses this bow in the animation. I think it's just so fancy. Just with that twirl of how he pulls it right into the bow. It's just so fancy and...
Strength and speed. If archers were good, that would be a good level up, but archers aren't as good. And they're like, we're guarding our doors.
Yep. Alright, so...
Can he hit the chest? He can.
Chest.
An angelic robe. This is our first stat booster. So what that does is, if you hover over it and like hit its description, yep, only 1 use, but it'll increase a person's max HP by 7.
Okay.
So say he used it, he would go from 18
25.
to 25.
So basically we want to give it to someone who's actually going to be able to use it pretty well. Use the extra HP.
There's a lot of different uses. A lot of what people will say is there's 2 ways to use them. You can patch up certain units who might have had a bit of deficit with stuff, or you can put it on a unit who's really good and is going to make the best use of it. Sometimes it's better, instead of trying to patch up units' weaknesses, it is just boosting a unit's strength.
Now,
so there's multiple ways we can do stuff like that, but
right.
Stuff like that is also very good at like boosting units you like and want to use to more relevance.
Mm-hmm. So, who do we want to send Dorcas after? Since his axe is going to do the best against the spears.
Well, let's send him up top. He'll probably get... Actually, hold on. Do we want to do an interesting thing?
What?
So, if you rescue him with Florina... Yep, and just rescue him, and then move her a good bit up. Probably, like, kitty corner from him. Or, actually, we should have checked something else first. Maybe just move him as far as she could, right at top of Matthew. Then wait. Then click on Wrath. Yep, just enough. And what he can do is go next to her, take him.
Okay.
And then drop him right up there.
Oh.
And now, what would have taken him a ton of move to get to that soldier, he'll be able to hit next turn. Rescue strats.
Right. Do we want to deal with this guy with our horse guys?
You can use, honestly, anyone. Because and Sane will probably kill him. I can tell you that. Also, if you want to open that door, you'll have to trade a door key from Sarah to one of the guys who's going over there.
Right.
Because currently there's no one on that side who will be able to open it. And then he took a bit of chip damage, so why not heal? It's not much,
All
but
right.
it'll get her some more experience, which gets her more levels.
Right.
And the other thing it does is it gives weapon experience and staves, which some of the later staves you will need higher staff rank.
Alright, gotta use Lance this time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And yeah, he'll probably kill him. This is one of the things about soldiers in this specific game. They're very slow.
Mesh.
Soldiers are like the cannon fodder in this game. Which is sad, because they have a very fancy attack animation. Yeah, like, let's move him up there. And then maybe send him to visit the house and see what random witticism the NPCs have for us today. Captain of the Marquis Guard is a fellow named Wrath. He's a nomad from the plains of Sacaeist. Oh, the Marquis so obviously hates the nomads. Ooh, actual exposition. Pleased to have a nomad under his control. So the Marquis is a racist.
Is he gonna move? He is not gonna move.
Nope,
Yes.
he's guarding his door.
Iron Axe. Double hit?
Guaranteed kill. Like I said, soldiers are slow. And probably potentially weighed down by his lance. They're very slow in a lot of these games. Part of it just comes from the fact that they started essentially as an enemy-only class. They later added in, and a soldier, who Kent can probably kill, and trigger the switch.
Will he be able to attack?
Oh, wait, no. Kent opened the door. Sane is the one who's there. Sorry. Other way around.
Do we want to move him all the way in, though?
No. Honestly, wherever we move him, just, like, he wouldn't block Sane, but might as well not.
Double hit.
Unless you miss a 93, I was literally about to say.
He's gotta get an attack in.
Sane, you just had to go and do that to us.
You have... Wait, no. Who has the door?
Maybe, technically Doorcast, but you could also just trade it from Doorcast to whoever you have open the door. He could... Yeah, and might as well.
Might as well what?
Okay, so trade it, and then I'm going to teach you something important. So hit B. Don't just hit door, because it doesn't know what item to use. Go to item, then click on the door key, and hit use. And a chest. So there's only one place that has a wall above it. And it'll probably get triggered when we trigger the switch. So Matthew will be able to open the chest, and then people will be able to move into the covered area. So it might be best to just...
You said Matthew.
Sorry, like, he'll be able to open the chest, other guys will be able to hit the switch, and then you'll be able to go into the covered area that's left, and that's probably where the final switch is. So just, like, move characters to get ready to go in there, and then people who aren't close enough, like, sit there and twiddle their thumbs, maybe? I don't know. This is a decently sized map for the characters you have, and the objectives kind of spread you out. Which honestly is a good thing. Like, a lot of stuff is like, a lot of like strategies to help speed things up involve, you know, having to split your forces to accomplish different tasks instead of just, you know, turtling up in a giant ball.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he moved. Ow. That hurt. Oh, so much.
If only. Thank who knows what that he didn't miss a 93 again. Yeah. Go ahead, right. Matt.
You have damage, you don't, so you get to go sit up here.
Well, probably neither of them are going to get to it. But yeah, Sarah will probably be able to get close enough to heal. Second trigger. Leaves one more. Yeah, he can get in range of healing. He can open the chest. And yes, we've seen that shield before. That denotes a boss. Armor Slayer. It's probably effective against heavily armored knights. Even though it says effective against infantry. Which is not what it means. It's a mistranslation. It's effective against knights. Kind of like how we talked about how the Mani Katai also says effective against infantry, but it's effective against armor and horses. So, like, kill the thing, kill the archer from wherever you can. Actually, see what the boss has first. Just a steel lance.
He is bull.
He's a bull. He is a bull. 2 speed. Yes. Here you have your first knight. A lot of them are going to be strong. They're going to be defensive. They're going to be very, very slow. Experience for Dorcas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Slimmer iron.
Do slim. Just for the hit chance. Don't want to miss any 93s.
Yeah.
Proceeds to... 99
Proceeds
hit,
to
9
miss
damage,
at a
9
99.
crit. She had a lot of 9s. Hold on. So, use Sarah to go heal whoever had damage. Because you might be able to finish it this turn. So, where can Urk move? So you could attack him from a spot he wouldn't get counterattacked, and as we said, the guy is slow and has defense, but nope. Has defense, but not magic resistance.
So right here, then.
Yeah. So Urk will probably be able to hit him from there for probably a decent amount of damage most of his life.
Double.
Yeah.
And her cadre. When did you arrive?
When did you arrive? Last chapter.
Wow, that armor looks over the top.
Oh, that's alright. So, since we're probably going to kill him on our next attack... Ooh, speed. Speed's a good. Since our next attack will probably kill him before you get a chance to see his animation, hover over him and hit R. If you can tell by his little sprite doing the dance, yeah. That front part of their armor, when they attack, like, detaches like a shield. It is very over the top.
Alright, so I'm thinking, she may be at a disadvantage, but...
She has the Mani Katai, and he can't attack, because there's people in all the spaces he could target from. Yeah. And like I said, because it's effective, that flashing shows it's effective. And she crits.
Over the top critical again. Lord Lundgren.
And a level up. Skill and speed. Very typical, but hey. And then he could hit the last switch.
Seems about right.
I mean, he was the one who's supposed to be rescuing people after all.
The last trigger. If I press this. The hidden passageway. Let Rat take it over from here.
As his horse runs in place.
Ah, it's Rat.
Ah, it's Wrath. You've done well. What a performance.
He looks so
You
anyway.
have given to this group. Who are you? Oh, hey, it's... She said her full name.
Wow.
It's you. You're Marcus Kalen's Leave Us Wrath. I would speak with this girl.
Malay Limitless. Do you know the identity of those responsible for this uproar? I believe it to be the work of my granduncle Lundgren. That's exactly right, which means my castle has been damaged in your family's petty inheritance dispute. I knew it! I knew it! Didn't I say earlier that if she was caused the problem, then they should take it up with them?
Yep, they're going to immediately start blaming her. Lady Madeline's daughter was in trouble, thought to lend my assistance. I find I've changed my mind. I withdraw my offer. You gave me your word, you dick. Should say you dick instead of my lord, but Kent's too proper.
Yep.
We've one most vital detail. Wait, wonder if it's something related to that detail we heard in the town. She does resent. Yep,
What?
he's
Oh.
a racist.
Right.
The thing said, blood of pride. Nomadic Mon. Sane's about ready to kill him.
Finally, the one time I completely agree with Sane. Maybe so, but at least he's honorable. Galen is ill and abed. Question whether he will survive to meet this girl. In which case his brother Lundgren will claim his title. I certainly wish to avoid trouble with the coming Marquis. See, I wouldn't have been surprised if he was in league with Lundgren the whole time. What?
As we're saying not cut off, I honestly feel like he would have said there, you scheming son of a And yes, Will, you can censor me.
Alright.
See? Blood of pride. It's literal, it's a little bit literal, but hey. Now here's an interesting thing to say, though. Notice he talks about, like, she does somewhat resemble the Lady Madeline, i.e., who was her mother, i.e., Marcus Kalen's daughter. Everyone else has talked about how close the resemblance is, that it's striking, it's amazing how close they look together. He's the only one who's, like, said it was less than what people might think, but it's because of his racism and pointing out that, like, oh, she's too much nomadic, and it's just like, you then compare her to another nomad from the plains of Wrath, who they don't look that alike.
Mm-hmm.
She does, like, favor that more European-esque heritage. So it's entirely, like, some tiny little detail that he has an issue with.
Yeah.
Anti-racism messages.
Beg your forgiveness. Well, I can see why Wrath is probably gonna join us now.
Yeah, because he's working for a racist.
Yep. I've seen that. Hold your head up and be proud. Yes,
Yeah.
Kate. We believe
He's
in
been
you.
he's been so concerned of getting there safely that he hasn't overly been thinking about what she might want. But yeah, but shed a single tear, he would have granted her request if she had begged. Those prideful savages.
Oh, Wrath, I didn't see you there. Ha 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 ha.
You're my captain, proud of your service. As long as we bend our knee to you, you care not where we're from.
How can you speak to me like that? I've treated you well, have I not? I've paid you well, I've treated you better than your kind deserves.
Than your kind deserve.
Ooh, ooh.
He's cartoonishly racist, yes. I think this is...
My grandfather was ill.
I think this song is literally called, like... I think this is specifically Lynn's theme, is the song that's playing right now. You can put up, like, a little thing that confirms whether or not it is when we double check after the recording for the edit.
Yes, we're counting on you two, Sane.
And you!
I don't know about that.
I mean, the shared voices of the NPC in their head that are shouting at them to do things. Have you seen any of that stuff? Oh, hey, look, it's Wrath. Well, I guess he's going to join us. Have you ever seen any of those comics that were made during Twitch Plays Pokemon?
Nope.
You know what that is, right?
I kind of get it. I now view our character as a schizophrenic person.
Well, it's only two voices, and technically, you know, you're supposed to be the self-insert, so it's more like you're in the game with me shouting in your head.
Oh, great, I have a voice in my head.
As I stroke whatever little bit of my beard is able to grow.
Alright, there's one. Wait.
And 5,000 gold. Don't know how we got it. Maybe Wrath stole it for us. Technically, I believe it was considered, like, what's left of his wages.
And technically, we still have the hired thief?
Yes. Matthew is still with us.
Interesting.
Like he said, we all seemed interesting.
We're people who live. He doesn't want to be with people who die.
Yeah, the dead man doesn't look interesting.
Dead men can steal nothing.
Dead men don't let him steal anything. He might steal from dead men, but yeah, so that was the episode. As we get... Lynn's story isn't very in-depth in the whole thing going on. She's trying to get to a place and people are trying to stop her, and occasionally she meets adversaries, one of which was a racist. It's not complex storytelling, but it works.
It's effective. It's effective storytelling.
Yeah, it gets the point across. But we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.